What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Jordan A back in the building, playing the front runner for Game of the Year, in my opinion, 2022 Elden Ring. I'm currently at the Elphael inner wall, and my thing is this. I I got Elden Ring February 24th. February 24th, about 3 hours before, 4 hours before release, by 8 p.m. Came home, blew all the red lights, installed it. In my 9 o'clock, I was into it. By the time midnight came around, I was knee deep into it, to say the least. Um, I knew that this was something that this was a title that I could not wait to experience. I knew that it was going to be great because of my long-standing everything with From Software. Excuse me. Anyway, so as I started to get into the title, and as I began to make my way through it, I did the best that I could to stay away from any videos, any YouTube, TikTok, anything that would have spoiled the ending, as well as, well, I'm not going to over here, as well as final boss battles. But my son, he knew how obsessed I was with the game. And one day, we were riding, we were going somewhere, and he was watching the video on his iPad while I was driving. And he said, "Dad, don't look at this." And I'm like, "What?" And he told me, he was like, "This is the," I got a level up here, 192 now. Check this out. Get my mind up to 25. You know what? We're just gonna do the bigger. We'll do the mine. Nope. Not yet. We'll do the mine. Anyway, my son's telling me, he's like, "Dad, don't look at this." And I'm like, "Look at what, son? What are you talking about?" He's like, "I know you don't want to see this, so, oh shit." Oh shit. Damn. Well, I mean, damn. Anyway, my son is telling me, he's like, "Dad, don't look at this." And I'm like, "Son, what are you talking about?" He's like, "Because I know you don't want to see anything to do with the ending of the game. And this is the final boss." serious? They heal? Wow. Damn. Okay. I don't have to go back that way any fucking way, but I mean, damn. Like, I got a feeling I'm gonna see more of these damn things. So anyway, and we are definitely going back to our blasphemous. Okay, so my son's telling me we're riding, and he's like, "Dad, don't look at this." And I'm like, "You know, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, I'm watching this video, and this is the final boss." And the game had only been out for like less than 2 days. I don't know who he was watching or what he was watching. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, trying to think of the best way to get rid of these fucking dudes. Cut the rot. It's just gonna be one at a time. But anyway, I'm sorry, you two. What I was saying was, you know, my son's like, "Dad, you know, don't look at this. This is the final boss." So I'm trying to, like, you know, concentrate on what I'm doing or whatever. But I can't help but be fucking nosy. And he's watching this video. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, three of them that I want whatever's in that chest, point blank period. Fuck that 36,000. But anyway, my son's like, "Dad, don't watch this." I'm like, you know, what are you doing? And, you know, he's like, "This is the final boss of the game, and I know you don't want to see who they are or, you know, what it looks like. That's why I'm telling you, you know, don't watch this." So I'm like, okay. So, you know, I'm trying to do my due diligence and not watch any of it, you know, but I'm being nosy. I can't help it. You know, he's like, Dad, don't watch this. I know that you're trying your best not to see what the final bosses look like, and you know what I'm saying? This is a final boss. So that's why I'm telling you not to watch it. So I'm like, all right. But you know, I'm still looking, you know, because I can't help it. So I get a look at it. But I get a look at it, and you know, my son's like, well, you know, Dad, do I got the rod? Yeah, I do. He's like, don't look at it because, you know, this is the final boss of the game, and I know you're trying to stay away from it, but I'm being nosy and I'm watching. And I don't know who this boss is that this person is fighting. I'm just catching glimpses of it. I found out that it was Marika. I hope I'm saying the right name. Um, the Queen of Rot. Now, when I'm doing at this point, because it's Malika and Radagon, but what I'm doing at this point is I am watching and I'm hoping. Well, I'm realizing that okay, my son is watching, you know, the final boss. So I got a glimpse of what she was doing, and anytime I was on my Facebook feed and she popped up, I immediately went away from that video so that I wouldn't see anything that she was doing or any of her patterns or anything like that. You know, come to find out, so anyway, I got it. This is what I wanted. The Rotten Crystal Sword. Nice. Thank you. And I am going to I should put a note here. But, you know, I'm watching these clips of Marika. Watching these clips of Marika, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, damn, you know, this bitch look like she ain't no motherfucking joke, you know. But whenever I saw something on my Facebook feed that looked like Marika, I instantly went away from it. Okay, so at this point, visions of places. precious item. I don't know if I should have maybe put it there or. Can I take it up? I can delete it. Alright. So we're gonna put it here so that people can see it. Anyway, you know, I'm looking at these videos and I'm like, okay, that is the final boss. So, you know, it's hard to stay away from Elden Ring because, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's Elden Ring. So I'm like, okay, fine. And then I finally get a look at the Elden Beast in all its glory, and I'm thinking, okay, now mind you, I saw Millennia first, and then I saw the I want to say Precious Island. There it is. And then I saw Millennia first, and then I saw the Elden Beast. So for me, I'm putting two and two together, and I'm automatically thinking like, okay, it's Radagon, which I didn't know nothing about Radagon, but I'm thinking, okay, it's the Elden Beast, and then Millennia is the final boss. So, you know, I finished the game last night after 239 hours in. Bear with me, YouTube. I gotta take a picture real quick of this one. Anyway, I saw after 239 hours in, plus actually it was 238, going on 238. I finished it. You know, I took out the Elden Beast, and I fought the Elden Beast about 3, 4, maybe 5 times. And I said, okay, I need to go back, and I leveled up. So I grinded, I leveled up, I did, you know, what I felt was necessary. And my daughter and her boyfriend came in from stopped in from college the other night, and they stayed the night. So when they came in, I was playing, and when they came in, I was thinking, I said, man, these two right here might be my good luck charms to get rid of them. So when they came and they saw me playing it, they initially, you know, they put their bags upstairs, and then they came back downstairs, and my daughter was telling her boyfriend, you know, about Elden Ring, and you know, she was like, you know, she was telling them how much fun, how interesting the game looked, and she was telling them how interesting the game looked, and you know how much fun it was just to watch me play it. But she was also saying how, you know, she could never play it herself because, you know, certain enemies just look scary, and you know, blase blah this and blase blah that. So I was showing them, I was actually in the middle of cheesing damn, this shit is thick. No bloodhound step either. Alright, so I don't want to take care of this thinking. Oh shit! Where are they in fucking swimming over here. Sons of bitches. Alright, anyway, my daughter, oh shit. She was telling her boyfriend about how, you know, how much fun it was to watch me play it, and you know, she was quoting about so many different enemies and saying how she wouldn't be able to play it because they look so, you know, so fearsome and different things like that, and stuff looked scary. But like, they was really into watching me play, and like sometimes, you know, having an audience, is like, okay, you know, it gives me a extra bit of motivation. And excuse me one second. All right, my bad, I'm back. But sometimes having an audience, fucker. Definitely. But sometimes having an audience, you know, it is, you know, it's a bit of extra ammo, to say the least. Um, so you know, they're watching me play, they're into it, and I'm, you know, I came up against Radagon and showed him, and Radagon took me out, and I couldn't remember when the last time, because actually the first time I fought Radagon, I took him out, and it was like 0 for 5 against the Elden Beast, but 5-0 against Radagon. So Radagon took me out, and I'm like, damn, you know, this is the first time that he's taking me out. So I was explaining to them what the, you know, what the summons was and the basics of the games and the basic of the game and different things like that. And um uh anyway, you know, I was explaining to them what the, you know, how the game worked, and you know how you can lose your souls and this and that. I said, well, let me just try him again. So it's my sixth try against Radagon slash Elden Beast. 5-0 against Radagon, 0 for 5 against the Elden Beast. And you know, I just, as soon as I came into the battle, the first thing I did was call my Mimic. Which my thing was, I did not want to call my Mimic. I wanted to use Black Knife Tish, because I saw a video of Tish in battle with the Elden Beast, and it seemed like, to me, it seemed like she would help me a lot more than my Mimic, because I don't think of my Mimic as a tank. But after taking on the Elden Beast and finally slaying him, I realized that, yeah, my Mimic is a fucking tank. But when I came in the Radagon, I just called my Elden Beast like, fuck it, you know, let's go ahead. And by the time I took out Radagon, my Elden Beast had 3/4 of it. I mean, my Mimic had 3/4 of his health. The Elden Beast popped. I only had 3 talismans. I didn't even have 4. And the Elden Beast popped. And you know, I just went at it. You know, I was trying to just run, and I did. You know, I killed him, and I just fucking exploded. But you got to remember where my mind frame is, because my whole goal, even though I've been playing this shit since February 24th, about 4 hours before midnight, so I had a bit of a jump, because, you know, I get my physical copies. I had a bit of a jump on the digital gamers, and you know, and other ones. I didn't know that this game was going to take a hold of me the way it did. I also did not know that, well, I didn't know it was going to take a hold of me the way it did. What the fuck was that? I didn't know it was going to take a hold of me the way it did. I didn't know that all my other games on the back burner was going to be completely fucking... I didn't know that all of my other, everything else I was playing was going to be, in my opinion, completely fucking obsolete, and that I wasn't going to give a shit about anything but Elden Ring. I did not know these things. And I got 73. I didn't know the Elden Ring was going to take over everything the way it did, and it did. It took over, and I was expecting from my son spoiling, trying not to spoil it, but he did. He did spoil it somewhat. I was expecting to have to fight Melania because I was of the generalization that she was the final boss. And after seeing other people's posts of the top 10 hardest bosses in all of From Software history, the Orphan of Cost was always in the top 3. But Melania, the Elden Beast, was in the top 3. Not Radagon, but Melania. The Elden Beast and Melania. It was like those was the top 3. Sometimes oh shit, these fucking things, man. Sometimes the list would change, but it was either Melania or the Elden Beast always in there, and that's what I was thinking that I was gonna have to deal with, And then what do? I step up and I see Rainy's symbol before I go touch Marika's broken statue. I go touch Melania's summon sign, and I get the Age of the Stars ending, and then the credits start to roll, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was of a frame of mind that Millennium was up next, and I did not expect the ending that I got. Son of a bitch. I did not expect the ending that I received. I wasn't expecting the credits to roll. I was thinking I had to fight Millennium. I made a post on the Elden Ring fan page, and I had Melania mixed up with Marika, and I got a lot of traction because everybody was straight me out like, yo, bro, Malika and Radagon is the same person. What, you didn't know? Of course I didn't fucking know. It's the most convoluted story, but they all are. So, I just didn't get that feeling of satisfaction the way I thought that I would have it. Plus, I did not get to become the Elden Lord. I did not get to see a picture of my character sitting on the throne. which is what I thought that everybody got. 6 endings and whatever. I figured, you at least get to see yourself on the throne. So what I'm doing now, YouTube, is um I have to say the least, and that just scared me. To say the least, I have to sit on the Elden throne. Oh shit! How about that? His boat quick as shit.